Kevin, you know what's hard to find?
Yes. Another shoe for my
Yeah,
kid.
I was going to say, the other sock. How many times you do laundry and it's just like, you do kids' laundry, folding the kids' laundry, and it's just like there's 3 missing socks.
And then yet I found a baby sock the other day. I was like, why do we have this?
You know what else is really hard to find, Kevin?
What?
Great candidates to hire.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just good quality people to hire. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack.
Yeah.
You know, you get too many people applying for the job, and that's really not enough candidates with the right skills or experience.
Yeah, but not with ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter finds amazing candidates for you fast.
And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/audio.
ZipRecruiter finds smart candidates for you quickly, which is great because I don't have time. I don't have time to find.
No, and like imagine if you're sifting through them, and there's going to be ones you like candidates you like for the job. It's still, there's going to probably be a lot of ones you like. And you're trying to find somebody while getting your own work done. So one of the coolest things about ZipRecruiter is you can use their pre-written invite to reply message, which means basically you're picking out the people. It's like, hey, why don't you, let me bump you to the top a little bit. I encourage you to apply sooner because I like your resume. You know what I'm saying?
And they got great matching technology. So ditch the other hiring sites and let ZipRecruiter find what you're looking for, the needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day.
Try it for free at this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/audio.
Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/audio.
ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for listening to the Dumb Dad Podcast. My name is Kevin. I'm the Dumb Dad.
And my name's Evan, and I'm a dumb dad. And on today's episode, Kevin will prove to me in more ways than one how procrastination pays.
Yep. And on this podcast, Evan will roll right into a big fat problem. Well, before we get started, guys, we just want to remind you we are doing a show on August 25th at Dynasty Typewriter here in Los Angeles. All proceeds will go towards donors. Choose an organization that helps teachers get school supplies in the classroom. So please come out to the show. Link is in our show notes for that. Come on out and support, and it's going to be a fun night. Cheers.
Cheers.
How are you?
I'm great. Went for a little walk this morning early, which means I did the rest of the neighborhood a favor and just cleared out all the spider webs along the walkways with my face.
Yeah, that's always fun to do.
It also means I know that I'm the tallest person wow, my brain stopped. I was the tallest person to walk through that, like, you know, somebody shorter could have walked through. They didn't clear those for me. You know what I'm saying? There's stages of height that can walk through your neighborhood. I got all the ones because they catch me in the forehead.
I'm glad you found your words for that.
That is like the dumbest. I'm glad you found your words to say that. It didn't add anything.
Let's clip that, and we'll put that on social media. Our first viral podcast clip.
What's the what's the trailer to that new movie, Weapons, where it's like all the kids run through? Yeah, all the kids went through the neighborhood. They didn't clear them.
Yeah, there you go.
We're just gonna dive far into this analogy where we don't know where we are anymore.
I will say, walking through a spider web is the same as somebody telling you they have like bed bugs. Your just body feels awful for the next like 5 minutes.
You get over it in 5 minutes. I've got them crawling all over me right now, my guy.
There's like, yeah, I had bed bugs. And they're like, you're like, okay, cool. I need you to walk away from me.
I don't want it to transfer to me somehow.
I don't want that at all.
I don't want your spider. You keep your spider. It's a way to wake up because you're on a high alert then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, feeling good. Getting excited for our show coming up on the 25th.
August 25th at Dynasty Typewriter.
Yeah, super pumped. Had a good day yesterday writing. We got a lot done yesterday, so I'm just feeling good. I'm feeling good. Week left before school starts.
Great.
You know, and I'm ready for it.
Good.
I'm ready for it. I'm not ready for it, but I'm getting ready for it. I'm feeling it.
Did you do a new lunchbox and everything, or are you repeating some old stuff?
We did like we did new lunchbox, man, because that thing gets trashed throughout the year.
Yeah.
Like certain things in life are worth investing money in.
Okay.
Because you use them all the time.
Sure.
You know, it's like if you buy a cheap lunchbox, it's going to be frustrating to use all year long.
Mm-hmm.
Just get the nicer lunchbox. It's $3 more. I don't know.
It's not.
It's not $3 more. But like, find something that seems like it's good quality. We got the kids' lunchboxes, and we got really lucky, I'll say, this year in some of our back-to-school shopping.
Okay.
Because we've done it in a couple stages.
Yeah.
one day we went out and we were like, okay, our goal is to do backpacks and lunchboxes. I think that was it. Maybe something else. But it was like, let's just go pick out a backpack. And it was like, we got bid on this a couple years ago where we waited like 2 weeks before school starts, maybe a week before school starts. Let's go get your backpacks. And it's like, oh, there's no more backpacks. Like everyone thought about this way earlier than we did.
Right.
So we did it like 2 weeks ago, still having like, almost a month left.
Sure.
But we went and like both kids quickly picked out backpacks that they liked or they knew what they wanted. And then we went over to the lunch pail kind of thing. And it was like, it's so hard to determine like, man, when I was a kid, it was a paper bag and a bunch of Ziplocs in there every day.
Yeah.
Which is nothing wrong with that, but it's like, that's just material after material after material. And we try to curb some of that if we can. So the idea is you get some like what's called like a bento box, which is just like the box that has like little compartments in it. And then because we live in Southern California, we try to find a cooler bag, like somewhat of a lunchbox that's like lined like a cooler is. Yeah. And then we slide like little ice pack in there or whatever. Also because
everyone knows what a cooler bag is.
No, I know. I'm just saying, well, this could be for infant. Like, infant could be listening to this.
Hold on, back 10 seconds. Cooler bag. He means cooler. Hold on.
Cooler than the one they had last year.
It's a lined bag. Interesting.
So what we got lucky with was they both liked the same sort of cooler bag lunch. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't, because a cooler bag seems like large to me. I guess what I'm saying. Like I'm talking like it's a little. It almost looks like a hip pack. They're smaller. Mm-hmm. But because our school, like our kids leave their backpacks outside.
Yeah.
So like you're just heating it up,
Which is great if they
which
got
is why
soup.
The cooler bag is important. Yeah. But they both liked the same one. It was like, great, pick the color you want. Mm-hmm. And they don't really care too much about what goes inside. My daughter just wanted more compartments. She's like, I don't want all my food all together.
Oh, she's like
more compartments. Like, that's fine.
Cuba Gooding Jr. in toys. Remember
that? Wow,
that?
That's a shout. I don't remember the moment. But
he's a military guy, and he doesn't like his lunch crossing over. He like sectioned it off.
And wow, what a pull. That was great.
Hold on, pressing the button. Deep cut.
My son was like, I don't really care that much. She was just like, I just want like more compartments. And then we found these like, they were kind of like strapped together. Like if you didn't take it separately, it wasn't a part of the same brand or anything, but it was like two little things. One is like by itself, like a sandwich goes in there. Another one had like a couple little compartments and they fit perfectly like side by side in this cooler box. And the win that I'm talking about is like, they both chose the same thing.
Yeah.
Which just means it'll just be that much easier in the morning to like know the size of what fits in where that I can give them.
Oh, sure.
And it's just like it's a little bit of speed is what I'm and we're short on time in the morning. And I just appreciated that it was like, oh, okay. You guys, okay. You just want that color? You want that color? Okay, cool. Oh my God. And then like, less than 5 minutes later, like, hey, these are kind of cool. These seem nice. They seem like they could withstand more than a month of severe activity.
And these
daily
were $3 more than the one next to them. So they have to be better.
Yeah. So we were like, I think this is going to work very nicely for us. And it was, and that whole situation was solved in like less than 10 minutes.
That's
funny.
funny.
When you go to do that kind of thing, you're thinking like, I don't know, we might have to go to like 1 or 2 stores if they don't have the thing we even want,
That's interesting. And that's why this podcast is fun and interesting to listen to, because we definitely do a backpack like pick out with the kids.
Yeah.
We haven't done any of it yet. That's what we're going to be doing these next days.
As soon as we stop recording, Kevin's like, is that you're tapping your foot on the ground?
No, it's fine. But what's interesting to me is, and it's great that you let them pick their lunchbox. It's not like we're strict. We're just like, we got you these lunchboxes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess it's like, I hear what you're saying.
So when you're saying like, it's literally no judgment. It's literally like it sounds like I'm going to make a joke because I'm unserious. I'm a very unserious person.
Yeah.
But we always pick like 2 or 3 or 4 of the same lunchbox. And then we're like, yeah, these are your lunchboxes. And every once in a while, like we don't even care about colors. Like they're just like, can I have the gray one? It's like it's gray and green. Like, and you're like, sure, whatever. I don't care. It's just something I guess for a lunchbox, it's something we hadn't considered.
It is I know what you're saying. It's a slippery slope because we bring them along to do the shopping. Mm-hmm. And so they're standing there. So it's like, well, we can involve them a little bit. But once they start to become opinionated, then it's like, guys, just pick one. You don't want to run into that situation where it's like,
I guess, yeah.
I know. Okay. But then you get to the point where it's like, it's just a lunchbox, okay? Pick one of them. We're not trying to do that. We were just trying to go like, this one seems kind of interesting, because there's a bunch of, and we're not even necessarily going like, because I guess I've also done the thing. We grew up in the age of like a tin, lunchbox that had the thermos that fit in there.
I thought it was
Did you
brown
have one of
paper
those?
bags with Ziplocs. Get your
that was the age
story
as well.
straight.
No,
I did.
both
I
of those
had
growing
one.
up.
My parents got me one that was in grade school. Yeah, I remember it was black and it was like molded for each thing. So it had like a cylinder area for fruit.
Yeah.
And had like a tube area for like whatever, thermos or
dog.
a water bottle. And then had a square area for your sandwich. And I think it might have had like one other area.
Yeah.
And
OG bento.
it was kind of OG bento, but it was funny because the outside was molded the same as the inside. Like it wasn't a square. It was like shaped like that. So me and my buddy Eric used to pretend it was like blaster on the way to school. And we plasma blast houses as we went. And we would do it every morning.
That's hilarious. No, I guess, now in hindsight, after I said the thing, it was like, I guess elementary school was like the Ninja Turtles, like metal lunchbox, and then middle school and high school was like, you just give me the bag. I don't need to pay anything. Just write my name on it.
Yeah.
But now that it's like a thing, you think about it, and again, like our stuff was in our backpack and like we took them into class. Whereas like they leave them outside. So it's a thing to think about. We should get a cooler bag, put a little thing in there to keep it cold and like what we can and can't put in there. Because it's like put a string cheese in there. They don't eat that. That's going in the garbage. That you can't put that back in the fridge. It is warm when it comes home if they don't eat it.
One thing, there's a lot of stuff that you go, like an apple, you're back in there tomorrow, buddy. Get back in the game. And then
a whole apple? Yeah.
Then there's some things you go, you have to go.
I'm sorry. It must have been awful in there.
You're
free.
What I do and maybe my son he'll be better. It won't be perfect. But I remember last year we lost several ice packs because like you said, we leave them outside. Yeah, because you leave them outside. And what we would do is we'd put an ice pack in the cooler bag, which people don't know. A cooler bag is like a lunch box, but it's a bag and it's lined. So we would put a ice pack in there and then
typically about $3 more than the one next to it.
Yeah. Usually if the lining is right, it's going to be about $3 more.
Oh God.
If it's $3 less, it's just gray colored plastic. It's not doesn't have insulation.
It's not even worth looking at it.
It's like a microwave. But I bought these ice packs and it was not intentional, but it ended up being a win where the ice pack wedged into the fit perfectly into the cooler bag that it like wedged in. So it like you'd have to like really kind of pop it out, which was great because then we didn't lose ice packs because that's frustrating. Like it's rare you lose the whole lunchbox, but it's like losing the ice pack. You're like, okay, well, I don't want to have 200
lose
little.
Those because like usually there's like maybe in the $3 more versions there's a zipper. You slide it in there, you zip it shut. They don't even touch it.
We did have one like that. We did have one that had like a pouch. But no, we buy the ones that are like $2 more. So they're insulated, but they don't have the pocket. That's the extra $1.
It is funny, like the kids. It's the little things, right, to get them excited about going back to school, and that's part of it too. Is like taking them along, like pick the lunchbox you're going to use all year, pick your backpack, and then we went last night and had them pick out like it was like it's hard to determine. We just go pick out it like let's go. Our idea for like new school clothes was like let's just go get an outfit, like first day outfit.
Yeah, that's how buying clothes works.
You have a lot of clothes.
Yeah,
kids have a lot of clothes. You burn through them too fast anyway. So it's like, go pick out a fun, like, back-to-school outfit. And that was a hilarious venture. So my daughter is definitely, she's 7, and she's definitely in the, like, she is pumped about the idea. And, like, looking at herself in the mirror, and she's like, she's put on a couple things. She picked out some things she thought were nice with my wife. And we go in the dressing room, and, like, where the kids are trying their stuff on. And, like, she's just like, I look great. This is amazing.
It's great.
I look so cool. And it was like, yeah, you do. Yeah, you should feel that. And my son, just like, he doesn't know, and this is no fault of his at all. He's 10 years old. He doesn't know, and he doesn't think about it enough. He really wants to like look nice or like dress well, but he has no like sort of natural sense of it yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he'll like, you know, he'll come out and be like, I'm ready, you know, to somewhere we're going to go. And he's like wearing all different shades of red. Some of it has texture, some of it has patterns. And it's like, okay, that's a lot of red. Because he'll be like, this is good, right? And you're like, yeah, let's break it up a little bit. So he's picking out like individual things that look cool.
Mm-hmm.
So when he goes into the dressing room and we're like trying some fun, he's like, I like these shorts, but I don't like this shirt. This shirt, does it fit weird? And you're like, yeah, well, it's fine. It's that fits you. And he's like, it feels like it fits too tight. And it's like, well, that's your size. Like he doesn't like, he has no ability to like, so he just like picks out a shirt. It's like, there's a bear on it that has mountains on the bear. It's just a t-shirt.
Uh-huh.
It's like, okay, do you like that? And he looks in the mirror and he's like, not really. I was like, why'd you pick it? Why'd you pull it off the shelf then? It's so funny. Like,
I mean, that's very adult of him to pick something and try it on and go, I hate it.
Yeah, but it's not like he doesn't like the way it fits or looks on him. He's just like, he literally looks at the bear and he's like, yeah, I mean, it looks like I have this shirt that has a fish on it that I really like. And so, but I just don't think about that. Like, not this one. It was like, that was like what he thought. Oh yeah, I got a shirt with a fish on it. This one with the bear is kind of cool. It's just so funny to watch him like, because like,
is he overthinking it? Because like,
no, he's not thinking about it at all.
So then
that's
why?
The thing. Like he'll walk through. I think where's the first place we went to was the Gap. And like, there's like, you know, you go right to the girls section, left to the boys section. And we go to the boys section. We're walking, but it's like the first stanchion is like, here's a huge table with like 8 different kinds of shirts that are all folded. Some of them are t-shirts. And then below that is like some shorts and some pants. And then there's a rack with like polos. And behind that are a bunch of jeans and then a couple jackets and like a bunch of fresh school looks. He kind of like looks at the stuff and walks right past it in 5 seconds. And it's like, well, okay, so come back over here. Let's look at this stuff. Like he just doesn't even really look. You know, and so he'll wander around and be like, "Oh, this is kind of cool," and like pick it up and look at. You know, it's like he doesn't even like. It's like he doesn't know.
So does he care about looking good, or is it just?
That's yes, but at the same time, he doesn't know how to like. Well, let me consider this stuff.
No, because I'm only asking. It seems like because I feel like at this age, it's all about like just confidence and whatever that means to you. Yeah. And I mean, kids are gonna be cruel no matter what. So obviously, you want to avoid that, and or rather he wants to avoid that. But I don't know if there's something to like just let him wear all red if it brings him joy and he feels really good about the outfit.
You're not wrong in that. It's not like we always are like, no, you can't wear. It's not like you can't wear that or whatever. But he'll be like, I want to dress like Dad. I want to have like that's what he tells my wife. I want to dress like Dad. I want to have like style like Dad and put stuff together like Dad. It's like, okay. So when you try to help him through it, he'll it's like, okay, but it's like he doesn't pay enough attention to it on his own, I guess.
That's interesting. I wonder.
It's just really funny. You know, like it's like this is not even a criticism of him at all. I just think it's like it's a funny thing to notice.
No, I don't think
he
it's
like
criticism.
Wants all of it, but then when he wanders through, I'm like, well, we got to look at this stuff though to see if you like it.
Yeah.
Then he'll come back. Then he comes back through, and I'm like, okay, what about this? And he's like, oh, that's kind of cool. It's like, right, you walked right by it.
Yeah.
So like, let's pull off your size.
Yeah.
Okay, what about this? He's like, well, I don't like that color. I was like, okay, well, I have it in these colors. Oh, I like the green one. Right. Okay, so let's grab the green. You know, it's like, but you just coasted through this. Like, we got to look.
I'll be so interested to see in the coming years if he, because you said I want to have style like Dad.
Yeah.
I'll be interested to see in the coming years if he finds it and finds a style and he has a style, or if he's just like, no, I don't. I just look up to Dad. I actually don't care about what I wear.
Yeah, I know. It's true. Like
at all.
Because there's a lot of the stuff for him is like the comfort level of something. And my daughter's starting to get there as well. Like, well, she likes something, but then if you buy it, she won't wear it. And it's like, I don't like the way that feels. Like, it's definitely, both my kids are lean way towards like, it has to be comfortable. I'm not going to wear it.
Yeah.
And like, there's some stuff that my son picked out in the past, you know, that was like, that he thought was really cool. But then he like doesn't wear it at all. He's like, like anything with buttons or for a while, he was like, oh, I don't like that way that feels. I was like, okay.
All right.
I mean, you don't know until you start to try to wear it all the time or whatever. But it was like little things like that you're like, okay, so no buttons. I mean, like he picked out this like really nice, like it was just a plain pocket T-shirt.
Yeah.
Really cool, really nice, like almost like a deep lavender color that he really liked. His favorite 2 colors for a long time he's maintained are purple and orange.
Yeah.
Which is funny because it's like they kind of go together, but when you want to wear orange, that's a loud color. So it's like, let's tone that down a little bit with a blue or something, So he picks out the orange or the purple shirt, which I thought really was really nice. It looked nice on him. It was just, it was just a simple shirt, but it just looked nice on him. And he was like, well, I feel like I have a lot of pocket t-shirts. And it was like, bud, we're picking out first day of school outfit. Like, if this is what you want to wear for the first day of school, I don't care how many pocket t-shirts you have. If you like the shirt, let's get the shirt. It's kind of like that. Like,
start carrying business cards.
Yeah, start helping him through. Like, bud, don't worry about how many pocket t-shirts you have.
Yeah.
Like, if you like that shirt, we can get the shirt.
Yeah.
Ultimately, it was just really funny. It was just like the funny, like seeing how it is through your kids' brains.
Yeah.
And whereas my daughter before, like I know I said like my daughter's all into it, and like, but before she like never cared.
Right.
And it was just like, and felt like she rarely liked anything.
Sure. Before she was in kindergarten. So.
Before, like, but it was like, but some kids are like, oh, I really like this, or like they wear that one thing all the time, or whatever. But she was just like, could never really. If you put something on there, it would look so cute on her that fit her well. It wasn't anything like loud or anything. She would just be like, no, I don't like that. And you're like, oh, really? Or sometimes my son puts something on, and he like looks so handsome. I'm like, dude, that's cool. He's like, I don't like it. It's like, okay, and I really want to buy that for you.
And that's only gonna get worse.
I know.
As they get older, you're like, I like that, and you go, oh, okay, so I'm gonna change. The millennial thinks it's good. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I know, exactly. What I was trying to avoid a little bit, it's very easy to do. Go to like the graphic t-shirt section and be like, here's my favorite character. I want to wear that on the first day.
Sure.
Just like, I'll get that t-shirt for you. But like, feel confident in like your own thing. Not like, oh, I saw that movie. Let's get that because I saw that movie. It's got it on the shirt. That kind of, I feel maybe I'm going back into this, like, I wasn't telling him no. We were just like, we weren't going like, which one of these do you like? We were leaning more towards like, will you get you something a little bit, like either like a Polish or something. It was like, we weren't telling him no. We definitely bought him. He's been watching The Simpsons lately. Like he started season 1. He's gone out like 140 years ago. He started watching like The Simpsons season 1. He's like all into it now. So like we picked out like, like a really cool like striped t-shirt that he was like, oh, those colors are nice. Like, okay, let's try that on. He had like the purple t-shirt. He picked out like an athletic, lightweight polo that he thought like felt really nice. He was like, I like the feel. It's like, great, let's grab that. And then my wife and I, we noticed like a Bart Simpson t-shirt. We like went over there, like snuck that into the pile. Yeah. So when we were in the dressing room, like, try this on. Hey, what do you think about this? Try this on. He's like, whoa, and he was like instantly like, can I buy this? I was like, yeah. Yeah. We grabbed this so you could buy it. Right. Yeah. That's day 2, buddy. Yeah. It'll probably end up being day 1. But yeah, mostly the kids that are going to be like, I just want that because it has my character on it. Like, yeah, but like,
yeah, it's whatever lets them hold their head up high on the first day.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, and I feel like I'm coming off as somebody who's like, you're not allowed to do that, even if it's where your favorite. No, I know, and that's not the case. It's just more funny to like see it through his eyes, where he just wanders around like, I don't even know why we're here. Right. But it feels like more like, yeah, because we're close. Close. Yeah.
It's funny when you've gone through all the new clothes, because then like one day they come out for school and you go, oh, okay, and we're back.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know we still had those pants. Okay. Enjoy them, because they're not going in the laundry.
And I'll say, my son has both of his ears pierced.
Yeah.
Like he walks around like he does. He has the stuff, the confidence that he has with stuff. He's like, I want to do this. Pierced one ear when he's 8. He really, really wanted it. We're like, and he had been talking about it. So I was like, okay, if you still want it for your birthday 6 months from now. Yeah. Like if it's still a thing, so we got it. So like he's got that stuff about him that he's wanted to do. And it was really funny. We actually ran into a friend of ours, and her son was there, and he was like 12, I think. So a couple years older than my son. But they were going on like a trip, so they were shopping for some clothes for that. But we were standing there talking, and both of the kids had braces. But she noticed that my son had his ears pierced, and she's like, "Oh, look at that! He's got his ears pierced." And she looks at it, she's like, "He's been wanting to get his ears pierced for like forever." So it was that weird thing. It was like, "Oh, when they get in the car, he's like, so he's 10 and he got his ears pierced, and I'm not allowed to get." I mean, he's like, you just knew.
Yeah, they were probably like, great.
She was like, oh, okay. But she goes, well, you just got to keep up, if you want to get your ears pierced, you got to go. I was like, keep up those grades. She was like, yeah. I was like, A's help all the arguments for things you want, man. She was like nodding to me like, yeah, that's a good idea.
Well, we'll go there. All right, let's get into the dumb dad moments.
Yeah.
So, my dumb dad moment is, just letting the summer pass you by.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a summer. We haven't done a ton of trips or anything, but, been keeping busy, and it's been kind of a been a messy summer for our family. Like my wife was working and then she was off work, and then her and I were kind of juggling back and forth of like who watches the kids this day, who watches it that day, but then also we have this day free. Anyway, we're in like the last week, and at dinner, my wife was like, all right, we only have a few days left.
Yeah.
What do we want to do? What are something we absolutely want to do?
Yeah.
And so we were kind of going over that list, and it was like, we're going to go to the beach one day, and we're going to, probably hit up like the aquarium or Sky Zone one day. Anything else you guys really want to do? So I have played, I like board games. I've talked about it on like stories and stuff. And I play these games by Fantasy Flight is the company. Mm-hmm. And I played one with you before called Descent.
Yeah.
And then there's another one that I play like Lord of the Rings and then Arkham Horror. So I own the Lord of the Rings one. And it's a board game, but it's a pretty involved board game.
I was going to say, these are board games, but this is like adult board games.
It's very much adult board games. I think the recommended age is like 14 and up, something like that. And it makes perfect sense because
it takes a half an hour to set it up.
It does take about a half hour to set up.
That was the funniest part. Like when we would play with our buddy, when we played Descent, it was like the setup was like, wow, this is so elaborate. I never really played a board game quite like that. But then once you got stuck into it, it was like, oh, this is great.
Let me just say this little sidebar. I got the game, and you can play it by yourself.
Uh-huh.
And I played it by myself once and then never again.
Yeah.
Because maybe twice, because the setup and breakdown took so long to do.
Yeah.
And my wife for Christmas, because then I had all the like expansions for Christmas, my wife got me an organizer. And that was like life changing because it did make it like, oh, you can actually set up and break down. But still, even if your setup and breakdown's quick, the game takes about, like when I play with my friends, like 3 hours.
But like when you play with your friends,
on the low end,
the slow setup is one of you making a cocktail, the other guy's chatting, you're chatting as you're setting it up, and then you play, and then you're like really involved, and it's like a lot of strategy and like talking through stuff, and then we would always like make jokes about our characters while we were playing, like the guy who would trip and fall all the time because you roll the horrible dice roll. And then when you're done, the breakdown and the putting it away takes forever, but you're talking about what you just did. By yourself, you're just sitting there for a half an hour setting it up by yourself.
Setting it up. And then, again, it's like probably about 3 hours to play.
Yeah.
One round, and it's like a campaign, so it's ongoing. Yeah. And the reason I'm bringing all that up is I've been playing with my friends, and we like rotate whose house. And when I come home, sometimes I'm going home like 1 a.m. because I don't play until after the kids go to bed.
Yeah.
So whether it's at my house or at friends, I don't come home to like or go to bed till like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
And so I'll just like throw the box on the kitchen
boy.
table. I'm an animal. and then my kids have eventually asked me to play.
Yeah.
And one day I caved and I was like, all right, we'll play.
Oh man.
And there is like an easy mode, and then I basically just kind of skipped. So there's like a card aspect. I'm not going to get in the weeds of the game, but there's a card aspect where like most games that have cards, it's like, well, I can do this, which will help me do this, X, Y, Z. Yeah. We ignored all that. I was like, there's no cards. We're just doing this.
Yeah.
And then basically I made it so they won all the time. I was breaking the rules and stuff. Yeah. But we were still like walking the map and doing all that stuff. So it still took like 2 hours. And they were like, we want to play that again. And in my head, I was like, I don't think we should. But I like it. It's fun for me. But it's a lot. And then I'm nervous you're going to break something or bend a card or all that stuff that comes with kids. And so my wife's like, what's something that you want to do? And my daughter's like, she goes, I'd love to play Lord of the Rings. And I was like,
We because have 5 days left, so we could play one round.
Because I know. Yeah, exactly. I was like, with a nerd in me who loves Lord of the Rings and loves board games, of course, I want to share that with my kids. So I'm like, yeah, maybe we should. Maybe we'll just put aside a day. And then my daughter looks at me and she goes, or Pokemon. So again, I brought all this up to be like, I like playing board games.
Yeah.
I've been playing them a lot lately. We got my daughter for Christmas last year a big box Pokemon playing set where it comes with 2 full decks. Has like Pikachu and has like a Charizard decks. And it's like, that's what you play with. And you sit down with a book and it's like, first round, both of you do this. And like your cards are
how to actually play a card, how to play with the cards of Pokemon that everyone collects.
What's really impressive about it is they say don't shuffle the cards. Leave them in the order that they're in. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And you just turn the page and it's like, all right, both of you draw your first like 5 cards. It should be this. Turn the page, do this. So it's like boring. And So like I've leafed through it, but I like it because it is like an impressive way to be like, only way to teach somebody is like trial by fire with every game. The first time playing any game, whether it's a party game or a board game, is usually rough. The first couple rounds.
Rough, and it's like everyone's sitting around while you quietly go, sit up.
Yeah.
Gameplay.
And there's always at least once where somebody goes, okay, well, you can do that.
Yeah.
But, and then, it's always that step to it. So I will say what I like about this book is you drew this card, so this. And it's like explaining everything. So we've never actually set it up and played because like every time I've leafed through the book, it's like 20 minutes before we should go to swim or this or that.
Right.
I'm only making that excuse that the only times I've decided to pick up the book was 20 minutes before.
It just so happens you're like, why do I keep doing this to myself?
But I've definitely promised all summer we would learn how to play it.
Oh.
So it was one of those moments where my daughter's like, I'd love to play Lord of the Rings. And I was like, oh, we could do that. That might be fun. And then she's like, or Pokemon. And I was like, And then before I could answer, my wife's like, Pokemon.
Yeah.
And looked at me and gave me that look like, you've definitely promised.
Yeah.
There have been a lot of tomorrows we'll play this.
Oh.
Been a real dad about it. So it was definitely like a little kick in the teeth yesterday of like, okay, so I have to, by the next podcast. Yeah, by the next podcast because.
Yeah, pretty much because you'll need
the release of this one, and then it'll be a day before school starts. I got to sit down with her and you got to do the boring round. We've got to do the boring round.
The Pokemon card is such a funny thing. Like, so we grew up with like the collectibles are baseball cards, right? And that was only because our fathers' generation were like, don't get rid of your baseball cards, because they all had Mickey Mantles and whatever. Go down Honus Wagner's and go down the list of cards that are worth like $50,000 right now. They're like, don't get rid of your baseball cards. And all the baseball card companies were like, let's make it 10 million of each of these. And so they really aren't worth very much anyway, even if you did hold on to them, because they just overproduce the hell out of them because of the baseball card craze. Now the baseball cards are kind of coming back around to do like some really interesting stuff where pieces of game bats or like little pieces of game worn jerseys and stuff are in like very rare cards inside of collectibles. But the climbing value of Pokemon cards is so funny. Like I never got into Pokemon at all. Like it was just one of those things that like I don't know if it was because it's not like I couldn't be into it now or whatever, but like I don't know why I didn't get into it necessarily. I mean, it doesn't necessarily like, looking at it and like some of the characters, my son is into it for a while and like still kind of is, but like I mean I get it's interesting. The artwork is interesting, but it's never struck me as like I really want to get into that.
Yeah,
but some of the cards are like. You see like streamers and stuff like buy like, this streamer spent $10,000 on packs and Pokemon cards to pull his dream card and all this stuff. Yeah. And it's like, dude, it's crazy. Like what some of them are worth considering like they capitalized on the popularity of it. Whereas like baseball cards, like this is a real person and it's rare because this guy is so good at baseball. His actual stats, he's an all-star. He's like a elite human being at baseball. I have his card of all the things he accomplished, whereas like this is a rare card because we say it's rare. It's kind of the same thing, but it's like it's kind of character
the same
drawing
thing because it is still like a limited amount of something.
It's a limited amount of something. It's like Beanie Babies again, but like
yeah,
maybe I'm wrong, but like but as soon as Pokemon is not that popular anymore, plummets. No one cares. It's not. It's like. I think it could devalue way faster than something that was like this is like a piece of history of like this is a person that played baseball. Am I wrong in saying that?
I don't think you're wrong. I heard a long time ago somebody say it was like a contested talking point, and even though I don't agree with it, I thought it was interesting. Which somebody was like, fantasy football is just as nerdy as Dungeons and Dragons.
It is,
and it set the internet on fire because. People are like, no, it's real people was like their argument. Yeah. It's real people.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not what they're saying. They're saying is you're an adult nerding out over something that you actually have no control over.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not, to a degree, it's not real. Even though the player really scored a touchdown, you don't really have a team.
No, you don't.
You're not really a coach, just like you're not really a warlock.
Yeah. I mean, the joke about Dungeons and Dragons is like because the perception is like Dungeons and Dragons is like it's so made up. There's no rules.
But the point is with the baseball cards is the reason why I do think that they are the same is because, as you said, you have a Mickey Mantle. It's worth a lot of money because it's rare. It's rare because the company said I'm only printing 10. But then when they decide to print 100, Mickey Mantle's not that important anymore.
But think about this.
Card-wise.
What makes me but what makes me think about that is the Beanie Baby craze. Remember? I mean, that was like insane. It's pure insanity. Are any of them worth anything anymore at all? Because they were
some of them are still worth a lot
worth a lot of money. That's kind of my point. Like, it's not only is it not a thing anymore, no one even talks about it anymore. It's not even a thing at all.
Yeah.
Where it was like the peak of the craze of trying to get the one was like on the news, and it was like a thing. Which ones do you have? Do you have this one? Well, I have a couple, but they're not really worth it. Like, now it's just like gone.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm sure there's a little pocket of people that maybe like have some rare ones, and there's a little, but like, you know, baseball cards are still a thing. Yeah. Even though some of them are not rare, because it's like it's based on something that's an actual thing. Whereas like if Pokemon became not a thing anymore.
Yeah, but the worth of the card is based on the supply and demand, and that's what's true across.
I guess it's probably just true because if you have like the rarest of all, but that I guess that's the thing. Like the rarest of all Beanie Babies is worth less than it was 25 years ago or whatever it may be. You know.
So I will play Pokemon before the next podcast.
You got to do it.
Yeah.
Sorry about that tangent. I'll do my dumb dad moment really quickly because it's based on back to school shopping. It's sponsored by back to school shopping and all the things come back to school shopping. And you let me know what you think about how I reacted to this.
Okay.
My daughter, since last year, has wanted a roller backpack.
Great.
You know, I'm sure people have seen these. It's like it still looks exactly like a backpack, but it's got wheels on it, like it's a suitcase.
Yeah. People have seen them.
And
people know.
The handle comes up on everything.
Just like they know cooler bags. People know things.
She's really wanted one, and we're always like, I don't know, it seems gimmicky kind of thing, whatever. But like, I will say, my daughter is very little for her age. Mm-hmm. Very little thing. So you throw a backpack on her, and it looks like, can you carry that? I mean, a regular sized backpack on her just looks gigantic.
Sure.
You know, and we were like, it's kind of one of those. It was kind of goes back to the thing. It's like, well, why are we telling her she can't have one? We weren't telling her she can't have one. It was just like, are we really going to do that? Like, why don't you get a backpack?
Yeah.
And it was like, she's like, because I don't like carrying a heavy bag. And so we were just like, yeah, well, yes. If that's going to make you happy, then we'll get you a roller backpack.
Sure.
You know, it's like, are we overthinking this? Like, you know, just, yeah. So she picked one out. We kind of researched ones because there's the thing, like backpacks get destroyed. They use them all year long. It's like, okay, well, let's look up the one that's like not going to be a piece of garbage and the thing's going to break.
Yeah. The wheels pop off.
Yeah. You know, so we find the one that was like highly rated, and we got her the wheel backpack. And then, she's had it probably for like 2 weeks or something like that, at least. We got it, like I said, we got their stuff early, and she's been kind of like, she brought it over here a couple of days, like, this is my new backpack, and she's so proud of it and has been like really excited. She's so excited to use it. And then like 3 days ago, we got the class lists of like the stuff that they need to bring in or whatever, and her teacher doesn't allow roller backpacks.
There you go. That's why you got to procrastinate.
And that's why procrastinating pays. And that pissed me off so much. My wife was like, our son's teacher said no. And I was like, yeah, but he never said he wanted one. So it didn't become like a point of thing for me.
So you're pissed off for you, not at the teacher.
I'm like, because my son never said he wanted one, and other kids had them, and then they said you can't have one. I thought like, well, that kind of sucks. Like, who cares what kind of backpack they have?
Yeah.
But it wasn't like, you know, that's about how much it affected me. Like,
sure,
that's stupid. Why? Like, but now my little girl wants one, and it's like, now I'm like pissed off about it because like she wanted this, we bought it. It's not a school-wide thing.
Yeah.
It's not like our school says no roller backpacks. And it's like, hey, sorry, kids. Like, it's just like some teacher says it. No roller backpacks. It's like, well, thanks for letting us know a week before school after we have already bought one. And like, we have the WhatsApp group. In the WhatsApp group, I'm like, they're like, hey, by the way, no roller backpacks. And I was like, and someone said something else. And then it was like, really? Why? And then it was like, they kind of quoted the teacher. And then I quoted part of the quote of the teacher and wrote unacceptable. This is like the group chat of like the parents are going to be in this class. And my wife was like, and like 15 minutes later, she's like, unacceptable. And I was like, I'm pissed. She's like, that just seems like a little aggressive. I was like, I'm talking to the other parents. The teacher's not in this group.
Yeah.
I'm talking to the other parents. Like, I'm like, that is unacceptable to me. That it's like, oh, I don't like I don't know. It's just like
it's her classroom.
I know, and that's my wife's point.
To say unacceptable what she can
I know.
decide in her classroom is definitely a wild statement.
I know. Well, I deleted it. So as soon as my wife said that, I was like, okay, fine. I'll delete it because I'm not trying to like cause a huge thing here. But it just pissed me off. Mm-hmm. And because my point was like, she's little. She doesn't like carrying a huge, heavy backpack on her back. Mm-hmm. So we got her a roller backpack.
Sure.
Tell me why that is going to affect her ability to learn this year.
That doesn't have to be the case. It could be...
It's because they roll them around. They're bigger than normal. The kids trip over them, and that's why they don't want them in the classroom. I understand that. But, like, that still feels a little bit like, well, that's on you because you get frustrated about roller backpacks.
Well, if it's a safety issue, if they trip.
Then the school shouldn't allow them.
Sure.
That's the thing.
Uh-huh.
Just make it a school-wide thing. Otherwise, you can get over it. Literally, step over it.
There you go.
That's my hot take on roller backpacks. And so anyways, we got to get another backpack.
What's funny is there is one couple, at least, on that group chat that texted each other. He erased it. What? No way. He erased unacceptable?
Yeah, his wife told him to. I guarantee his wife told him to. Guaranteed. Oh, you think he thought about it? Well, maybe I shouldn't have typed that.
If you look, his wife comments pretty regularly. After he wrote that, she hasn't commented in like a day. She 1,000% said something to him.
It just upset me so much, man. It's just like, that's what you're going to hang your hat on?
No, she's just kind of a rule. I think you're hanging your hat.
It's a dumb rule.
That's fine. I mean, anyway, come out to our show where we're supporting teachers on August 25th. Sports donors choose to help teachers get the supplies they need and want in their classrooms. What they want in the classroom, not what they don't want. So come to our show August 25th.
All proceeds go to Donors Choose to help out teachers get what they need. It's a very worthy cause. We're happy to be a part of it, and I am an
And we're going to leave it there.
Oh, my God. When we're done with this podcast, will you help me get my foot out of my mouth?
Yep.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
I think it's crowbar in the garage. Thanks to Verdú on SoundCloud for the music, and my lovely wife, Annie, for editing this podcast. Evan, you got a joke to take us out?
I do. What did the pirate say when he jumped in the water?
What?
Cannonball!
That's pretty good.
You know why? Because you overthink it. Because of all the other
Safe
pirate
and
jokes.
fun. I know.
Safe
R
and fun.
and matey and all that stuff. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Welcome to the world, little one. Welcome to life.
How do I stop this?